What's up, guys? So today I'm super stoked. I don't know why, I'm just in such a good mood. I think because I got ready today and I have so much energy. I don't know how. I did not have coffee today. Why am I talking so fast? All right, let's get into it. Today's video is going to be controversial lesbian thoughts, things that lesbians think that are just controversial, and my thoughts and opinions. And I'm just going to say what I think about your thoughts, and that's that. Let's see what type of controversial thoughts y'all have. I asked you guys what your controversial lesbian thoughts were on Instagram, so if you don't already follow me on there, go ahead and go follow me, because I ask you guys questions all the time, and I think that's where I mostly stay in contact with you guys. Why do straight girls automatically assume you're into them when you tell them that you're a lesbian? I used to think that this was very common. Every time I came out to someone, they would think that I was into them when I first came out. But now I'm starting to think maybe that was just an insecurity that I had within myself. My controversial opinion on this is that I think us lesbians just think that they think that when really they don't think that. I have a lot of straight friends and they change in front of me. They don't think anything. They act normal, like nothing. Ooh, this is a good one. Are you still gay if you're attracted to a trans man? You mean a trans woman? I'm gonna change this. If you're still are you still gay if you're attracted to a trans woman? So I would say yes, because if they are identifying as a woman, then they are a woman. And so if you are a girl attracted to girls and they consider themselves a girl or / woman, whatever you're talking about, then yeah, you're still a lesbian. You're still into girls. You're still gay. But also I think we put too many labels. This is a good controversial thought too. That's why I sometimes identify with pansexual a little bit more, because it's not all about the person's gender for me. It's a lot about who the person actually is.
What's up? So I'm in editing right now, and I realized that I totally disregarded the actual question because it didn't make sense to me at the time, but that's just me being stupid. You did actually mean a trans man, F to M, and obviously you can have whatever label you want to have, and I think labels are ridiculous. But if you want to use lesbian still and you fell in love with somebody who has decided to transition, you fell in love with somebody, and that's that. And when you get out of that relationship, or even if you're in that relationship, you can use whatever label you want to use. So if you want to consider yourself a lesbian, you can be a lesbian. Obviously, I would talk about that with your partner, because they might feel uncomfortable if they are a man and you're still using that word. But obviously, it's to each their own. And my opinion on that is do what makes you feel good and how you feel, and that's that.
Oh, this one goes straight into the same kind of topic. You have to be a woman to be a lesbian. Non-binary people don't count. Again, I think we put too many labels on things, and my controversial opinion on this is that we should just all stop putting so many labels. If you want to take on a label, if you feel like you're non-binary, then you're non-binary, but then you don't need to be a lesbian or this and that. Be who you feel you are, and if you end up falling in love with somebody who's non-binary, then you're just in love with a person. You know what I mean? Who cares? Why do you need to be a lesbian? Why do you need to be pansexual? Why do you need to be bisexual? Just love who you love. This one says, how is it possible to fall in love for only straight women when you have so many lesbians around? I think this is kind of controversial, because I think that there aren't as many lesbians around as there are straight women. So is that even controversial? I don't even think that's controversial. I think there's not as many gay people around, so obviously you might fall in love with a straight girl every once in a while. Although I refuse to let myself, because I've already made that mistake twice. Okay, this one is how gold star lesbians sometimes think they're superior over non-gold star. Yeah, I get this vibe from, I'm not gonna say every single gold star lesbian that I meet, but from a lot of gold star lesbians, they think that they're above everybody else because they haven't had sex with a guy. My opinion on this is just that it's ridiculous. My opinion is that you need more experience in life, so that's my opinion. I'm just kidding. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I just think it's stupid to think that you're superior or above anybody just because you have or haven't done anything. Doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. Oh, this is a good one. When people think that you hate all men because you're gay. I mean, low-key true, but ... Okay, low-key true, same, but a lot of my friends are guys, so I don't hate men. Also, I know a lot of lesbians that have a lot of guy friends too. Literally, I have so many guy friends. I have more guy friends than I have girlfriends. Like, close girlfriends. Like, I have closer guy friends. Okay, this is a controversial thought, but within themselves. It says, I know I'm 100% gay, but I still battle with the idea that I'm supposed to like men. And I feel like this is totally normal and totally common because we're constantly pushed from like media and just normal life that we're supposed to be straight. I think it's normal to have that battle in your head. I sometimes have this battle because I have dated guys before, and then every time I date them, I'm like, why did I do that? I try not to get in a relationship strictly because somebody's genitalia, you know what I mean? So I try to be pansexual, but then I just always lean back to being a lesbian because I'm just more attracted to women. It is a battle within myself because we're just pushed that we're supposed to like guys. And if you think that guys are attractive, it can also make it really difficult. Because I think guys are attractive, but then when I'm like with them, I'm like, I don't want to kiss you, I don't want to touch you, I just think you're like a good looking dude. When you catch yourself objectifying women and you hate yourself for it because you're being like an old pervy man. I don't know. Actually, this is a controversial thing because I feel like when women do it, it almost seems like, okay, that's bad. Like, you shouldn't, but we do that. My controversial thought actually on this is that it's okay. There's no reason for that. Like, it's wrong for me to think that. But for some reason, when a girl is like, damn, mamacita, ay, I'm like, I mean, I guess even when guys do it, I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. You're just like showing your attraction in a weird, creepy way. This one is scissorings, tops and bottoms, toys, and U-hauling. What is the controversy in any of this? I would say scissoring, not something common that I do in my sexual intercourse of life. I just don't scissor. Not something I do. Tops and bottoms, again, something I always think is ridiculous. I think switches is the way to go. I think it just makes sex life more interesting. I don't know. I just can't imagine being a bottom and like not wanting to like please the other person after they just did something nice for you. And I can't understand the other way either, where you just want to like do something to them, this dead fish that doesn't want to do anything back to you. And toys, I don't know what's the controversy on that. I think toys are great. If you want to use toys, use toys. U-hauling, it works for some, doesn't work for others. I've learned the hard way. This one says the need for straight girls to tell you that they watch porn. I have never needed that in my life. You're a little freak. Femmes dress always like femmes, and then one day they dress suddenly more masculine, and all of a sudden people call them stems. My controversial opinion on this is actually that there shouldn't be like femmes, stems, blah, 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 because, like, for me, I'm definitely, for some people, way more femme, but if you actually got to know me and how I dress on a normal day, like, I don't wear this silky shirt. It's just Friday night and I'm about to go out. It just depends on my mood that day. Like, some days I do dress, like, with a big t-shirt and sweatpants, or, like, skinny jeans and Vans. Like, that's how I normally dress, but I think I'm more like feminine, but then I dress like that sometimes, and like for somebody who's super feminine, I'm like super masculine. I just think it's so ridiculous is my controversial thought. It's just stupid to keep putting labels on everything. I feel like all we do is label everything. Can I just be a human? And if you're attracted to me, you're attracted to me. Oh, and this is the thing. Thinking you have to present a certain way, like consciously dressing more masculine. So annoying. There is too much toxic heteronormativity in women loving women relationships. Strong gender ROL. I don't know what ROL is. There's always people that are saying who's the man in the relationship, and when they see two, again, femme girls together, or when they see two studs together, or two stems together, or two this and that, whatever label you want to put together, then people are like, well, one of them has to be the more masculine one. One of them has to be the more feminine one. Like, No, mind your business. Liking girls but being scared to use the word lesbian. This was me. This was me. I was so afraid to use the word lesbian for so long. I think when I first started making like lesbian videos, I wasn't really afraid to use the word, but I never used it in real life. Like I would never say, oh, I'm a lesbian. Never said that. I came out as pansexual, which I am, but like I think my sexuality's on a scale, and like it's like straight, pansexual, lesbian, and I'm like in between these two. When I came out again, I was still afraid to use the word lesbian, even though I was in a lesbian relationship at the time. I think it's because there's so much negativity wrapping around the word lesbian, or at least there used to be. Now, thanks to TikTok, I feel like people are so comfortable with it, which is so amazing. But it took a long time to get there, and I feel like now people are just slowly starting to be able to use the word lesbian and not feel weird about it. I sometimes want to chop my boobs. Like, I'm still a girl, but sometimes want to chop them off. That shouldn't be controversial. You should be able to do whatever you want with your body, and do it, girl. If you want to chop them off, chop them off. That's okay. We shouldn't have to have boobs just because we're female. If you don't want them, take them off. Oh, I love this one. How you can't relate to anyone who's straight, and your entire friend group is straight. I vibe with this because I do relate to my straight friends in a sense. But there are times when I just don't relate. Like when it's like the crazy, over the top, like obsessed with guys type of thing, I'm like, oh my god, I can't relate to this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But if they're just talking about like something they like, then I relate in the sense that like, obviously I know what it feels like to like somebody. So it just depends on my type of friend, or the type of friends that you're hanging out with. You should find yourself friends that aren't overly obsessed with guys, because I've had some friends like that before, and I've had to like back it up because I don't relate. I just don't. Sometimes you really can't relate if someone doesn't relate to you either. And if they don't want to talk about your struggles and your situations, then it's really hard to relate to people because they don't want to hear you out too. Find yourself some friends that actually want to hear your gay shit too. Most of my friends are straight here in Northern California. Obviously in LA, I had a lot more gay friends, but like here in Northern California, I have like a lot of straight friends, but all of them are so down to hear me talk about my gay shit. So find yourself some friends that are like, I'm straight, but I'm here for you, and I would love to hear all about your gay shit. Anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because I ask you guys questions all the time. Hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys right here in this video. Bye!